Sometimes life just backs you into a corner where the only thing that can fix the problem is cash. Not sympathy, not advice, just money. Having an emergency fund in those moments saves you from a ton of stress, and it keeps you from having to awkwardly borrow money from friends or family. By the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly how to handle this. We're gonna cover why you need it, how much you actually need, where you should keep it, and when to use it. Now, why you need it. Life is really full of surprises, and the bad ones never give you a heads up. If you have people relying on you, whether that's a spouse, a kid, or even aging parents, having a financial safety net isn't optional. It's a must. But an emergency fund does more than just save you in a crisis. It completely shifts your mindset. You move from survival mode to strategy mode. Instead of laying awake wondering how you'll survive, really a missed deadline or a delayed client payment, your brain is free to focus on growing your income and actually being present with your family. When you know you have 3 to 6 months of expenses sitting in the bank, you really become a much more patient person. You don't panic. And that level of financial peace of mind gives you incredible confidence. Now, how much do you need? Well, this is super personal, but here's a simple framework. It depends entirely on two things, your responsibilities and the stability of your income. First, how many people depend on you? Are you single? Are you married with a child? Like, the more responsibilities you have, the bigger your safety net really needs to be, right? Second, is your income regular or irregular? If you're a plumber taking on jobs month to month, you need way more coverage than someone with a guaranteed 9 to 5. A single and stable job, really aim for 3 months of basic expenses. Okay, family and stable job, you want to aim for 6 months. If you have irregular income, like freelancers or self-employed individuals do, you really want to aim for 6 to 12 months, just in case work dries up or you need time off to recover from an illness. Let's do some quick math, okay? We're only calculating needs, not wants. Rent or your mortgage, $2,000 a month. Maybe your groceries are about $600. Your utilities and phone are about $150. Maybe gas and transit, $150. Childcare or school, $500. Total monthly bare bones cost, $3,400. To get a 3-month starter fund, you multiply that by 3, so 10,200 Canadian is your baseline. Once you hit that 3-month mark, keep pushing until you hit 6 months and eventually a full year. I personally always like to keep a full year's worth of expenses safely tucked away. Here's where you should keep it. The absolute golden rule of an emergency fund is that it has to be readily available. If you can't get the cash immediately, it defeats the purpose. Keep it in a high interest savings account, or maybe even a cash-based tax-free savings account. That's where you can pull the money out instantly without getting hit with fees or penalties. Don't put this money into the stock market. You might be thinking, but what about inflation and maximizing my returns? Listen, the point of an emergency fund isn't to make you rich. It's an insurance policy per se, so that your actual long-term investments can grow without you having to touch them. The return on an emergency fund isn't actually financial, it's emotional. So when should you use it? Well, here's a bulletproof framework so you don't accidentally blow your savings. Ask yourself 3 questions. Is it unexpected? Is it absolutely necessary? Is it urgent? And if you can answer yes to at least 2 of those questions, use the fund. If not, it's not an emergency. You absolutely cannot use this money for things you just want. However, you can absolutely use it to help out a close friend or family member in a real crisis. What good is money if it can't help the people you love when they need it most? And once you dip into the fund, your number 1 priority is filling it back up. Pause your other investments until that safety net is full again. How to build it? Now, if you're starting from zero, start with a basic budget so you actually know your numbers. Next, look around your house. I guarantee you have old phones, spare PC parts, or camera gear you haven't touched in years. Sell them and use that cash to kickstart your fund. Take on a side hustle or an extra freelance gig for a few months just to build that initial buffer. Please, if you don't have one yet, start building it today. You will feel a massive relaxing shift in your life. Now, if this video brought you some value and helped you figure out some of your finances, hit the like button and share it with a friend who needs to hear this. Let's grow together. Take care of yourselves.